The EV revolution has opened the door for new brands to become household names, like Tesla, Rivian, Polestar, and Lucid. But we've all been waiting for legacy manufacturers to put their influence and weight into this market. BMW, Porsche, and Audi have been proactive the last few years, but it's Mercedes Benz that's diving headfirst into this emerging segment by unveiling and producing multiple EVs in 2022. And it's the EQS SUV that has everyone buzzing, as its German engineering and craftsmanship is making an immediate impact that will likely have ripple effects for years to come. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy a 2023 Mercedes Benz EQS SUV. When you think of all the advancements the automotive world has made throughout the decades, in 2022, it often seems as though we've hit a barrier, that holistically speaking, this market hasn't yet taken that leap into the future, and/or manufacturers aren't willing to take the risks necessary to encourage further development. The Mercedes-Benz EQS is unquestionably a game changer that seems to be light years ahead of other legacy manufacturers, as you're immersed into a spaceship-like cockpit the minute you step inside and get behind the wheel. You'll quickly be drawn in by the 3 large screens that dominate the dashboard layout, including the user interface found on the passenger side, where they'll have access to the climate controls and vehicle settings, volume and tuning, and navigation system. First seen when we feature the new C-Class, the digital gauge cluster has been enhanced, but also simplified compared to the prior generation of technology, as the touchpad and buttons on the steering wheel that controls this display is more responsive. But also, the resolution and user experience is more on par with Audi's virtual cockpit. Then moving over to the infotainment system, a 17.7-inch touchscreen will undoubtedly dominate the interior, and it will likely be what you gravitate towards first. Instead of being a tablet or a separate piece like we see from legacy manufacturers, this user interface is embedded into the dashboard, and despite its size, is easily within arm's reach of the driver. You'll have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility to go along with onboard navigation and augmented reality when plugging in a destination you want to travel to. And standard will be the Burmester 3D surround sound system. As we experienced with the gauge cluster, this head unit has been cleaned up to make it easier to adjust the comfort settings, change the ambient lighting, access the climate controls, which can be found at the bottom of the screen, and also customize your driving experience, whether it be the different drive modes or the sound experiences that will offer an audible tone when accelerating. Quickly shifting gears to seating comfort, standard will be leather trimmed seats with the option to upgrade to Napa leather upholstery. Our model did have heated, ventilated, and massaging front seats to make commutes relaxing and pleasant. And for an EV, this was one interior we were in no rush of leaving. EVs are an acquired taste, not only for those who want to continue driving gas-powered cars, but also the futuristic and bold designs can quickly become a turnoff, as it sometimes feels as though these vehicles are still in the concept phase. Mercedes-Benz's approach has differed quite a bit from other legacy manufacturers, as the EQS, EQS SUV, and EQE aren't unconventional or surprising in the grand scheme of things compared to their rivals, as this new generation of automobiles is more of an evolutionary step in outward appearance rather than trying to revolutionize this market as a whole. This in turn allows the EQS SUV to integrate into the lineup seamlessly, and by sharing many cosmetic features with the sedan it's based on, this crossover does look rather car-like. The smoother angles, rounder front fascia, and free-flowing aesthetics will certainly garner attention, as the LED light bar that sits just above the non-functional grille and connects to the daytime running lights is both trendy and modern. More importantly, this crossover doesn't scream and shout that it's an EV, and instead propels the brand's identity and appearance into a new era. Then coming around to the back, this is where the EQS does appear to be similar in design to the old R-Class, where it doesn't follow the same on-road demeanor as the GLE or GLS, and in fact, its smoother body lines, athletic C-pillars, and longer dimensions gives this crossover more of a lifted station wagon look. The illuminated light bar that runs the length of the rear fascia is a signature feature found across the EQ family of vehicles, but also makes this model look progressive in design. As a result, the EQS doesn't draw the ire of journalists and consumers like the BMW iX, nor does it look controversial or out of place within the product line. We've discussed the benefits of going with an EV, as driving characteristics and handling capabilities often resemble performance vehicles rather than being mundane daily drivers. The EQS SUV takes all of this to a whole new level, as it's not just about the straight line speed and initial torque off the line that had us enjoying every moment during the test drive. The adaptive air suspension, adaptive dampers, and four-wheel steering all played a part in making the driving experience enjoyable, as it took the imperfections and bumps in the road with ease. But the four-wheel steering made maneuvering this long and heavy crossover effortless, as its agile cornering and tighter turning radius makes you feel as though you're driving a smaller vehicle. Thanks to the weight of the battery and electric motors, the EQS SUV has a lower center of gravity, as does all EVs, giving you more of a connected experience to the road compared to the GLE or GLS. When it comes to performance, the EQS SUV 580 is powered by dual electric motors to produce 536 horsepower and 633 pound-feet of torque, and you'll also have a range of 285 miles. In typical Mercedes Benz fashion, this premium luxury EV puts most of the emphasis on ride comfort, rather than taking the Tesla approach of heart-pounding accelerations and eye-opening 0 to 60 times. That's not to say that the EQS isn't capable of an exhilarating driving experience, as you're looking at getting up to highway speeds in 4.5 seconds. But most of your initial impressions will center around this EV's gracefulness as it glides down city and suburban streets. In conclusion, Mercedes-Benz buyers will likely identify the EQS SUV as an electrified S-Class or GLS, which is likely a target audience and demographic for this EV. With the Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV being the flagship EV crossover in the lineup, you fully expect the very best from this German manufacturer when it pertains to refinement and quality. But also based on the brand's alphanumeric system, you'll immediately identify this vehicle as being the electrified equivalent to the GLS. Exterior dimensions will be very similar to the Rivian R1S, and outsize the BMW iX and Tesla Model X, to provide more than enough room to accommodate an optional third row. When stepping inside, passengers are met with a spacious second row seating area, where people of all shapes and sizes will find themselves feeling comfortable and relaxed thanks to the adjustable seats. Since the EQS does have a higher roofline, a lack of headroom will not be an issue for taller passengers. Then taking a look at the overall practicality of this EV, the EQS will offer right around 31 cubic feet of room behind the second row seats, with this space more than doubling in size when those seats are folded. As a family hauler, the EQS is perfect for buyers going on road trips. And if you can look past the sub 300 miles of range, this crossover could certainly be a perfect replacement for your gas-powered vehicle. We can banter and argue over what Tesla brings to the table, whether it's the battery range, interior comfort, or those iconic gull-wing doors. But where the brand has always faltered is with its build quality and refinement. The Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV sets the tone for where EVs need to be, not only today, but 5 to 10 years in the future. For a manufacturer that goes by the tagline, the best or nothing, they certainly put their money where their mouths are, as the interior is breathtaking and futuristic. The driving dynamics resemble the gas-powered models, and outwardly is an evolutionary step forward that brand loyalists will immediately recognize. Not only does the EQS send a message to Tesla and Rivian, but BMW has also been put on notice, as this crossover has the complete package of being classy, upscale, and luxurious, while also pushing the envelope when it pertains to EV development. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the 2023 Mercedes Benz EQS SUV. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in buying an EQS or any other electric crossover, make sure to check out our full reviews to help you find your next vehicle. And thanks for watching.